Alright, I just got a new knife from Crkt, and it's called the McGinnis, or Gerry McGinnis SUMMA. Let's take a look at this little guy. Okay, first impressions. It's got a very dark black and blue micarta. Very slick handle. So micarta, if you don't know, is like a layering process very similar to G10. Now this one has what it looks like about it looks like about 8 or 10 layers of linen based. It's a linen based process. They use linen, they use an epoxy, liquid epoxy, and do about 10 layers and let it harden and then shape it. It's very unbreakable. Takes a lot of abuse. Very similar to G10, except G10 you can get more grippiness out of it. So anyway, let's take a look at this little knife I just got. It's the Gerry McGinnis SUMMA. And if you want to look at see who Gerry McGinnis is, he works for Crkt. I think he's about 20 years old, and he's doing some pretty nice designs. Alright, first of all, it's a flipper design. It's a non-assisted flipper, and it does take, for me, it does take a little bit of wrist action to get this thing open, but it opens really nice. And I'll take a look at the specs on this thing. It's got a 3.5 inch blade. See right there, it's about 3.5 inches. Overall length is 8.5 inches. Closed length, it's 4.5 inches. Maybe 4 3/4 inches. But it's got a pretty slim, nice design. Feels really good to grab onto. And it's got a liner lock. And it's got a one-way pocket clip. You can't change the pocket clip around at all. It's right-handed, tip down, and you can't change the pocket clip at all. And all the metal on this, except for the blade, of course, is looks like it's got a blue anodized finish. It's really quite pretty. The liners are nice and got a good blue finish to them. Okay, and it does have some serrations on the liner lock. You can see them right there. And it does have some serrations on the blade. It's got flipper serrations, and it's got a few serrations. Well, it's got serrations all the way from there all the way around to the flipper, but these things are really smooth. But it does, the flipper flips out to create a finger choil, which will help you to not slip up on the blade. So that's pretty cool. And it's really easy to close. The lock is not real stiff. And it opens with a good flick. Opens really fast. And the blade itself is it's a real high hollow ground blade, and it's got a drop point, and it's got kind of a high polished satin finish. Let's take a look at the markings on this thing. There's the McGinnis SUMMA logo on it, and also it says Crkt. Let's do a little cut test. I'll get a little cardboard here. Alright, here's some cardboard. This thing, Crkt has some pretty sharp blades. We'll give it a try. Very sharp. No problems at all with the sharpness of this blade. So yeah, I would say that came razor sharp from the factory. Good job on that. And what else? Let's take a look at the weight of this little blade. and the weight is right at 3.61 ounces. It's pretty lightweight for that size of knife. It's about average, 3.5 ounces. This is a good kind of a mid-size EDC knife. I'll be trying this out in the next couple days. And it's made of HCR14 MOV steel, and it's 0.12 inches thick. And a comparison, I'll do one little comparison here. The only blade I could find that's about the same size is the Spyderco Enduro 4. Just about the same size. But McGinnis SUMMA was about, I think it was less than half the price of the Enduro 4. The SUMMA cost just a little under $25, and the Spyderco was in the area of, I think it's about $60. So this is a really good value knife. CRKT makes some pretty good value knives. Yeah, that's it. That's just about it for that CRK SUMMA. I like it. Closes easy. It's got an unassisted flipper open. Not bad. So yeah, that's a CRKT SUMMA. And tonight, I'll be looking at a pretty good knife movie. It's called Scream from 1996. And I think the ghost face in Scream used the Buck 120. Now, that's the Buck 119, the little brother of the Scream knife. Knuckle bump.